Three, two, one.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Hawkeye Community College's Opening Doors. I'm your hostess this morning, Latanya Graves, and in the studio with me I have Heather Dembski, who is the Senior Companion Program Manager, and Jean Hayes, who is the Senior Companion. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Heather, can you tell us a little bit about the Senior Companion Program?
The Senior Companion Program is a volunteer program. We're part of Senior Corps, a national service program that's nationwide. Hawkeye Community College is our program sponsor. The focus of our program is to match up seniors who want to volunteer and put them in the homes of other seniors who could use a little extra help and help maintaining their independence.
Okay, so when you say put them in the home of other seniors, what exactly does that mean?
Sure. So our volunteer would go directly into someone's home. Our volunteers start volunteering anywhere between 8 a.m. and wrap up around 4 in the afternoon. We don't do evenings or weekends, but they would go into someone's home, and based on what that client needs, they would help them with that. So that could be preparing breakfast or preparing lunch, helping them tidy up their house a little bit, transportation to doctor appointments, picking up groceries and prescriptions is another aspect our volunteers do, and something that a lot of clients need and ask for.
Okay, so you say volunteers, so do they get paid or this is solely volunteer?
That's a great question. So they are volunteers and they also receive a small stipend. So it's considered a stipend versus a wage because it's non-taxed, and that's the way the federal program has set up this volunteer opportunity. That stipend is $2.65 per hour. Volunteers can also earn a small meal reimbursement if they eat with their client, and most of them do. That meal reimbursement is $2 a day. And then companions are also reimbursed for their mileage, driving to and from their client's home, or if they provide transportation for their clients. So in one day, a companion could earn about $12 for volunteering.
Okay, so then how are the seniors contacted? Do they know about the program?
Yes, so opportunities like this today, being able to be on the radio, we had a great Courier article last week. That outreach is really beneficial for us to find out what seniors are in need of our services, and also what seniors would like to volunteer, people who have extra time and some talents to lend to the program, people who want to be active. So we just ask that people call us. We're located at Hawkeye's Metro Center, and they can call us at 319-233-6726. And we can talk to people about either being a volunteer or being a client, someone who needs a volunteer.
Okay, so Jean Hayes, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, I'm great.
Good, good. And what has been your experience being a senior companion?
Well, I have been a senior companion for almost 5 years, and I truly enjoy it. I don't do it because of the money. When I retired, I was volunteering anyway.
Right.
And I heard of the program, well, I read about it in the paper. And I said, I'm going to see what this is all about. So they had like a reception to introduce the seniors to the program. And I went, and I talked to the director, who was Penny Fox at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided this is something I want to do, because I'm doing it anyway.
Right.
And so I went through well, we have to go to class for 2 weeks. I went for the 2 weeks to the class, and learned what it was all about. And then I became a senior companion. And I really enjoy doing what I'm doing. And it helps to get the seniors out of the house. They have somebody to talk to. There's really a need for senior companions in the community. And if you just let them know what's going on in the community or what's available to them. We have in-service once a month. And when we go to in-service, we always have speakers that come and talk to us about things that are related to older people, the seniors, things that they might need.
Okay.
And we really enjoy being a senior companion.
Okay. So how do you pair the seniors with their companion?
So I try and find out as much as I can about the client and the companion. During orientation, like Jean spoke of, that 2 weeks of class when I get to know the new companions, I try and find out what their preferences are. So I look at when the client would like to have someone come visit. You know, do they get up early or do they prefer someone to come visit in the afternoon? Asking people about smoking in the house or pets in the house is also really important. So I just find out what both sides' preferences are and what the needs of the clients are, and then I go to my list of volunteers and try and make the best match possible.
So can a companion be set up with more than one client?
Yes, and that's a really good point because at this time we have over 70 clients waiting for a companion. So I have been matching most companions up with at least 2 clients. That helps us spread our resources out and try and meet the need better to just fit our community and meet those needs.
Okay.
Because right now I have 2 clients. I did have 3 clients.
Okay.
And you see them on certain days.
Mhm.
Maybe I used to work 4 to 5 hours a day.
Okay.
And so you choose your days that you go till you see your client. They know that you're coming that day. So, like Heather says, she has to spread us out a little bit.
So would you say that there are more female persons in need, or more, do you see male, or is it equal?
I'm seeing more females. I'm sure that there's more needs, more males out there, but those calls maybe just haven't come through. But in a way it works out because most of my volunteers are females, and we do try and match up females with females and males with males. So majority of my volunteers are female, majority of the clients are female also, but we're always looking for male volunteers as well.
So how long has the Senior Companion Program been in existence? And the need is definitely there. So if the program lost funding, what would happen?
So this program has been around in our Cedar Valley for 38 years. And
Wow.
yeah, it's amazing. It's kind of a good kept secret, but we don't want it kept secret. We want people to know about it, so we have plenty of volunteers. So Hawkeye Community College has been the sponsor that entire time. Nationwide, the program is celebrating 40 years this year, so we're just a couple years behind when the program started nationally. And I think I forgot the next question that you had after that.
Well, if they lost funding, how would the seniors still be able to have their companions?
So that would be a really devastating situation if we lost funding. I think there's always that unfortunate possibility just with our country not having enough resources and needs being so high. At this time, our funding seems to be in good place, but we know that that could change just depending upon administration and our leaders having to make tough decisions about the resources we have. So unfortunately, I don't think this program or the other senior corps programs in the state or the nation would continue if funding was cut, which is very unfortunate. So we're always, trying to make the case and educate our lawmakers so that they are aware of how important this program is. A few statistics that we ran a little while ago when we celebrated our recognition, our 1 year of our year of service this year, is that it would cost about $500,000 to provide the services that our companions do to all of those clients, if those clients had to pay out of pocket for home care services. So this team of volunteers and companions are providing such a vital service, and we know our clients would not be able to pay for that $500,000 in services. So it's really beneficial to our community and to those clients.
And many of our clients wouldn't be able to stay in their home.
Okay.
This is one of the purpose of our Senior Companion Program is to keep the clients in their homes.
Okay.
And many of them wouldn't be able to stay in their homes. And we give respite care, you know. If the client is staying with a family member or somebody, they can leave and we're there to take care of them while they're gone.
Right.
Otherwise, they would have to hire somebody to come in and watch their loved ones, you know, so they could get out of the house a little bit. So we give them a break too.
Right, right. And I know you mentioned, Jean, that you went through a 2-week training. So how often is that training offered?
Usually once a year. We will be offering another training starting August 11th, and that will go for 2 weeks. If people are interested in being a senior companion, they should call us today or very soon and fill out an application, and then we'll be holding interviews this month in July, and we'll get a good pool of candidates and hold a class starting August 11th.
Okay, and then the age requirement, I know AARP is 55, I believe. So what is the age requirement for someone to become a senior companion?
Is also 55 for us, so to qualify to be a volunteer, if you're interested and want us to send you an application, you do need to be 55 years or older. You need to be physically well enough and able to volunteer 20 hours a week. We're really hoping that's what we need folks to do at a minimum. And then also there is income eligibility. So just the way that this government grant and program are set up, people need to be low income. So for a single person, that means having a gross income under $1,900 a year. And we can also deduct medical expenses. So if you're close to that income or over it, I'd still love to talk with you and see if we can find a way to qualify you. And a 2-person household, as long as they make under $2,600 a year, you could qualify. And then last for being eligible is passing state and federal background checks. So there's about 4 or 5 background checks all of our volunteers have to go through as well.
I think you said 1,900,
Yeah, so
you mean
those are some
19,000.
very-
For 1 month,
Oh, 1
gross
month.
income, yeah, no, thank
Okay,
you for
1
helping
month.
me
Okay.
clarify.
1
There
month,
is a
yeah.
very big difference, thank
Okay,
you. So
okay.
for 1 month, a single person, as long as they make under 1,900,
Okay.
and then 1 month for a household of 2 or a married household under 2,600 per month. Thank you guys for clarifying
Okay.
that.
If I can hear you just say, oh my God, they're barely living themselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
so again, with you needing volunteers, why is it only offered the training once a year?
That's a good question. The training is 2 weeks long, and
Okay.
so it's pretty intensive as far as the staff time and amount of sites that we have to come in to provide that training. So the 2 weeks that that's going on, then I'm not as available to match up clients and companions. And also just kind of based on funding, since it's a long 2-week process, and volunteers are paid for that training process. We just ran a training in December, so, and that group finished in January, so in a way we did 2 this year. We do 1 to 2 a year depending upon our needs, and we're hoping to get 20 great volunteers in this next round. I had an amount that retired this year and also amount of seniors that went on medical leave that unfortunately are unable to return.
Okay,
And
and
it-
what we're gonna do is take a quick break, and then we will be back in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, and then we can start out saying what we're gonna say.
She does have a waiting list of clients who need senior companion. She does have a waiting list. You always have a waiting list, though, don't
We
you?
do, yeah.
It seems like every day it's more and more, because people hear about the program and they said, we could use that.
We got some good calls of people who want to volunteer after the Courier article, but then we also got a lot more client calls. So the wait list got bigger too.
Yeah, because that was a nice article that Carrier did.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, the second half, I just reintroduce you, we reiterate what was said for people that may just be tuning in, so.
Storage safety, visit ncpc.org. This message brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council, the Bureau of Justice Assistance, and the Ad Council.
And we're back, and welcome to another edition of Hawkeye Community College's Opening Doors. This morning in the studio, I have Heather Dembski, who is the program manager for the Senior Companion Program, and Jean Hayes, who is a senior companion herself. And before the break, we were talking about the training, and so the need for volunteers. And Jean, go ahead and...
I was just saying that there's a great need for senior companions because there's such a long waiting list. And, you know, people don't like to wait. They want to they want a senior companion right away, but there's a long list. So.
And what can they do to receive more information about becoming a senior companion?
They can call our office, and that number is 319-233-6726. And again, we're happy to talk to people who would want a senior companion in their home or someone who wants to volunteer.
And I know you said earlier that they do receive a stipend, and can you tell the listening audience what that entails?
Yes. Their stipend is $2.65 per hour that they volunteer. We have our volunteers serving 4 hours per day at a minimum, and they serve Monday through Friday. And in addition to the $2.65 stipend, they receive a $2 a day meal reimbursement for eating with their client, mileage reimbursement. And then also they have paid training, so whether it's that 2 weeks of orientation or the monthly in-service that Jean talked about, they're paid for that. And after they've made it through the training and have volunteered 200 hours, then they're eligible for paid days off and paid holidays. So
Okay.
that helps.
That's great.
It is.
So then, when a person that is a companion, when they decide to retire from being a companion, at what age do they usually retire? Do you keep track of that?
We do, but I don't know the average. I mean, some of it's based on their health,
Okay.
very much, or the health of their family. So we had a number of married couples that were companions, and when one of the spouses falls ill, then I end up losing both of the companions. But we have companions today that are in their 80s volunteering. They're very healthy and very happy, but unfortunately, you know, sometimes we have people in their 50s, you know, who need to retire. So it just kind of depends upon their health and also what's needed in their family. We have a lot of grandparents, great-grandparents providing child care to the kiddos in their family, and sometimes they're called away to help take care of their family and aren't able to volunteer as much.
And we have one senior companion that had been in the program, what, 21 years?
23.
23 years.
Wow.
We had our
That's
recognition
amazing.
program last week,
Okay.
and she had been in for 23 years, and she's still going.
Yes, she
That
is.
is amazing.
When she was called up to get her recognition, she just strutted up there. She must
Yes,
be about
she
80
did.
year old, but
Wow.
she's been in the program for 23 years. Can you
Very
believe
true.
it?
That's awesome.
And some of them have been in for 15 years, 12 years,
Okay.
believe it or not.
Okay, so when you make the call, how do you advertise for senior companions? Because it sounds like there's a great need. So I know you said radio and the newspaper. What other
Word of
forms
mouth,
do you use?
word of mouth, that goes a long way.
Okay.
Or somebody sees us working with someone as a senior companion, they want to know how can they get in the program.
Okay.
So I think word of mouth goes a long way.
Okay, and I know you said the age requirement is 55. What are some of the other requirements?
Sure. To be physically able to volunteer 20 hours a week, our companions do need to pass a physical each year. We just want to keep them safe, make sure that they are well enough to provide the services, and that physical is provided through our program for free. And then income guidelines. So per month, a single person, as long as they earn $1,900 or less, or a household of two, if they earn $2,600 per month or less, they would qualify. And then to be able to pass state and federal background checks, they would qualify.
Okay, all right. And I just want to change gears real quick and just talk about, at the Martin Luther King Center, we have the Compass PAL, and that is a tutoring program. And our tutor is there Monday through Thursday from 1:30 to 4:30. So if any student is needing assistance with math, reading, or writing, they're welcome to stop in at the center, again, between those hours of 1:30 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday. And then we also have our CNA program that started today, and the classes will run from July 1st until August 6th from 3 to 8 p.m. But if you're interested in future CNA program enrollment, just contact 296-2320, extension 4456, and get signed up with Elizabeth Cummings. And so again, we're in the studio today talking about the Senior Companion Program. And it's a very important program, and if you are a person that is in need of respite care also, you can contact Heather, and then she will get a senior signed up to come into your home as well. So can you tell the listening audience about that as well?
Absolutely. So our volunteers provide three main services. Companionship is the main one, and every volunteer provides that, every client receives that. Then transportation, so depending upon if the client still drives, if they have transportation needs, and if I have a volunteer who's still able to drive, sometimes transportation is a service we provide, and then respite that you talked about. So this allows a family caregiver to step away from the home, maybe take care of their own health appointments, run their own errands, attend a Bible study, go get their hair done, whatever it is that they need to step away from the home. They know that their loved one is safe and cared for because we have a volunteer in there, and there's about 10 families currently who very much depend on our respite services on a daily basis, so that's very important.
And I know, Jean, you said that you've been a companion for 5 years and that you've volunteered a lot, so how did you get started?
With the Senior Companion Program, as I said, I read about it in the newspaper, and I attended one of the receptions over to the Metro Center and learned all about the program, and I decided this is what I want to do.
Okay.
Because I was already volunteering, going to the hospital, and so it's a good fit.
Okay.
And it gets you out of the house every day. I'm not sitting home talking about I'm bored, I don't have anything to do, I haven't been out of the house for 2 or 3 days. So I'm out every day, and it's not that long. And I really enjoy doing what I'm doing.
Okay, great. And again, if you would just give us the numbers to call if anyone is interested in signing up.
The number to reach the Senior Companion Program is 319-233-2672. And myself or Alice, our secretary, would be more than happy to take down your information.
So again, the program has been in existence in Waterloo for 38 years,
That's
I
correct,
believe, or in the
38
Cedar Valley.
years.
And nationally, 40 years.
That's correct.
And is funded by,
The Corporation for National and Community Service is federally funded.
okay, great. So again, if you're listening and you're interested in becoming a senior companion, give us a call. If you're in need of assistance, please give us a call. And just to reiterate, again, at the Martin Luther King Center, we have the Compass PAL, which is a tutoring program, and so many people call us in regards to tutoring. And so you can be tutored in math, reading, and writing from 1:30 to 4:30, Monday through Thursday. And our CNA program starts today at 3 o'clock, and it runs until August 6th. But again, if you're interested in signing up for a future CNA class, please give us a call at 296-2320, extension 4456, and speak with Elizabeth Cummings. And I'm just going to give our fall schedule quickly. We will have an intro to psych class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 to 9:50. An intro to criminal justice class Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 10:15. Statistics class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 10:50. Pre-algebra, 4:30 to 5:45, Monday, Wednesday. Intro to Soc, 11 to 11:50, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. and an intro to social in the evenings from 6 to 8:50 p.m. on Wednesday. So that is our rundown for the fall schedule. And again, if you're interested in signing up for a senior companion, give that number one more time.
319-233-6726.
And it's just a very good program for those that are seeking companionship and for needing someone to help prepare your meals, run errands, take you to the grocery store, doctor's appointments, basically anything that you need, the senior companion is basically there to assist you.
Right.
And so if we just want to recap some of the things that you do.
Well, being a senior companion has been a really good experience for me, and I urge other people to come and join the program because I think you really would enjoy it and you would be giving back to the community.
Exactly. And so Heather, any last words?
Yes, I just want people to know that even if they don't drive, that's okay because we do have a van issued through Hawkeye and we can pick up volunteers in the morning and take them to their client's home. And then we have a van that will go back out and pick up that volunteer. So even if you don't drive, we would still love to have you as a volunteer and your time would be well spent.
Great, great. And this is Latanya and we're signing off and just would like to thank you for tuning in to another edition of Hawkeye Community College's Opening Doors.
Good job, girls.
Good
Good job.
Great.
I had more questions about, because I thought someone was coming about the
Hi,
GED.
Seth.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
About what?
the GED
It's
program.
Oh.
stuff that
And
my
so
boss
I'm like,
Sandy does.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, that's
I
okay.
feel like they throw you for a loop all the time. You think on your
And then-
toes really
Now,
well.
where do they have to come with this? Out to the campus?
At the center.
Oh, at the center.
And,
I need to tell my grandson about that. He probably needs some help. Heather, we went to see that. That was good.
Was it good?
But thank you, it's nice meeting you.
Thank you. It's good to you. You always do great.
I got somebody else coming in.
Thank
Hold on for
you.
Lee, Jay.
Okay. Hi, how you doing?
I'll get
Okay.
your water for you. Thank you.
I picked it up, thank you.
So this is the handwriting, I did this just kind of spur of the moment thing. This is kind of the scenario that I.
Edie, got a question for you.
Okay.